Yeah, I promise this is gonna be the last one for tonight. This one is about schools. Basically, I think that schools are bullshit. It's like, it's not the actual ideas are bullshit. The idea of school is wonderful. How it's actually carried out, though, that's the problem. I go to high school, and this much pretty much applies to all the schools, but I've noticed it more as I get older, obviously. It's really, well, here in elementary schools usually go to school from 9, they get out at like 3:30. Middle schools get out at 8, or go into school at 8, get out at 2:30. High schools start at 7 and get out at 1:30. That's basically just public schools here where I live. Most go by that structure, and they have, 9-month school where you have a big summer. But anyways, it doesn't really make sense the way the school systems are set up. Like right now in high school, you have to wake up. It starts at 7 in the morning, so you have to wake up at 5. Well, some people wake up at 5. I don't. I wake up at about 6 most of the time. A lot of people have to wake up at 5 because it takes them that long to get ready. And I usually go to bed about midnight. It's actually 12:30 now. But people go to bed at midnight usually. That means they're only getting 5 hours of sleep. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But you wake up before the sun rises, and a lot of times nobody wants to wake up when the sun isn't up. It's just a very unappealing thing to do. And like, yeah, you get out of school earlier, but I take naps most of the time after school, so it's like I'm just losing that time. So I'd rather get up. But that's not really the important part. There are a lot of things about school that are sort of messed up. Alright. For example, I don't know where to start. Let's say homework. Now, obviously, nobody really likes homework. But after really analyzing it, it becomes unnecessary in the scheme of things. First, teachers get paid to teach. They don't get paid much, but they get paid, and most of them can live off of it. They do work, they correct our work, they teach us. They work basically the same hours we go to school. So I guess it's a fair trade-off. We learn and they get paid, sort of, but they make us do work. I don't know, whatever. Damn, this is unorganized. I don't even know what to say. Okay, the purpose of school, of high school, is to prepare you for college. The purpose of college is prepare you for a job. But the only purpose of college is so that the job sees what college you went to, see what classes you took, see what grades, how hard of a worker you are. It has nothing to do with actually what you learned, which is ridiculous. It should be about what you know. School should be about learning. That's why it was made. It was made to learn, And now it's just been taking something way beyond that. The total control system. Because I think the government wants people to be loyal workers who don't question anything. I think that's what the problem is. Anyways, so if you look at homework, really comes homework that you get a grade for. I think homework should be optional, not for a grade, which some very, very few classes do, which is cool, but I've never had a class like that. Homework should be optional. Because say like you already know all the material and you don't you don't need to spend any more time on it. You don't have to spend time practicing something you've already mastered. It doesn't make any sense. But for the people who need help, it should be optional. And you're probably saying, oh, nobody's ever gonna do the homework if we do that. Maybe for the first couple of years. But after a while, sort of like, if you look at other countries, we ban drugs here, and people abuse drugs more than ever. Places like Amsterdam, a lot of places in Europe have the marijuana legal, drugs are legal, and there isn't a problem because it's not illegal. If you are forced to do something, people will do the opposite, and it will cause more problems than if you just let the thing be legal, or let the thing be, part of a choice to begin with. So homework being based on your grade, and your grade is what gets you your job. Basically what you do on a piece of worksheet that is irrelevant, most of the time it's subjective grading too. So it's the teacher's opinion on what college you can or cannot get into, which is ridiculous. So it should be optional. The grading system's ridiculous. It's irrelevant. Basically, I think a lot of people only accept A's, which I can understand. If you're doing something important, like being a doctor, you don't want to not know your facts. But it's sort of weird that if you get half right, you fail. I think that the grade should be evenly divided. Like an A would be, 80 to 100, and B would be 60 to 80, but whatever, that doesn't really matter. More and more now, people are making a living off of the entertainment business. Hollywood, filmmaking. You could make music, musicians. I guess you could be a stripper, you could be a dancer, you could be an actor. Those aren't really things that require an education. They require skill and persistence, and you don't need a college for that, yet it is illegal to not be enrolled in school. I guess you can drop out, but I don't know. Most places require you to go to school. For some places in, like, say, Africa, it's a privilege to go to school, and we are required? No wonder nobody wants to do it. If you're required to do something, you don't want to do it. If you're required to do something, you want to not do it. You want to rebel. It's a human nature. If they made school optional, more people would go, and more people would take it seriously. And if that's not logical, make homework optional in all cases. People would take it more seriously. And America's education is going like this. Anyways, really quick, I have to cover the No Child Left Behind Act. Really stupid. Lots of tests were given. Millions were spent on just printing paper. Distributing added up to billions over time. And basically it's more tests that take up more school time, less teaching for the teachers. Less teaching means not smarter. So basically the tests say, oh, you're stupid. But if they didn't have a test, maybe they would be a little bit smarter because they've had more time to learn. And it's spending money, and it's not even doing anything beneficial besides scaring everybody. And when you scare people, sometimes it will get better, but not in a good environment. And most of the time it doesn't even get better. And it just makes everybody in a bad environment, which is bad for learning. And it's just rigged. And I babble too much. If anyone still listens to my videos all the way through, I salute you. Because you are amazing, and I love you. Yep. Thanks for watching my videos. Peace.